M.Reck TV.
You had a little turmoil with one of the executive producers. Could you speak on that? Could you elaborate?
You talking about Tammy Cohen?
Correct.
I talked to her one time. Terry was in prison. He asked me to, call her and see what's going on with her. I guess she had reached out to him, and she immediately got really nasty with me. And I said, all right, shit. I ain't got to call you no more, and I hung up. But she was one of the people that was always doing these little interviews, oh, she ain't nobody, she ain't this, like that.
Oh,
I wish
wow.
she would have said that shit before I went to prison. It would have helped a lot in the courtroom. And so I never knew who she was, just heard her voice one time. What she did was, I didn't know that she was an informant. What they did, the DA called me. I guess she gave my number or whatever, and they said, Tonesa Welch, like, yes. And they was like, this is what I can't remember the sergeant's name. And he said, we need you to come down to the federal building. And I'm like, why? And he said, we'll tell you when you get here. And he said, when can you come? So I gave him some kind of excuse, like, oh, I can't get there till tomorrow or some shit I said. And he was like, okay, well, if you can't get here, we can come get you. So I said, you know what? I didn't want him to come pick me up. You're not going to pick me up in front of my family and that like that.
Right.
So it's my youngest son. I called him. I said, look, come get me. I don't know what's going on, but I got to go downtown. And so I said, about time we got there, and I said, if I'm not out at a certain time, make sure you call my attorney. And he said, what's going on? I said, I don't even know. I didn't know. So when I got in there, they put you in that little room, you see on little 48 hours. I'm looking like, what the fuck? Because I'm already and your mind starts playing tricks like, am I getting re-indicted? Or, and I know I'm not doing things. Did they forget something that I did years ago and they're coming back? Because they didn't tell me anything. They just told me I had to come down. And when I get there, they started talking about something that I did to Tammy. And I was like, I really couldn't think, like, I almost kind of forgot, like Tammy. They told me her whole name. They told me, I forget the verbiage that they used, but they said that I was messing with one of their people, that she was a government informant, but they use another term, but I know what it means, a government informant, and that I was messing up their investigation. And that do I know that by me being a felon, that they could have what they was going to charge me with, and that they could lock me up. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but they said that I was she told them that I knew about the investigation, and I called and threatened her. I told them that I was going to have something done to her. And when you can't say anything to a government informant, it is a felony. And being a felon, they could have arrested me immediately. So at that time, I said, well, I don't even know this person, and you can't even prove that I said shit to her or that I had sent anybody after her. And so let me call my lawyer. So they went out the office, they came back out. By this time, they did let me make a phone call. My lawyer was telling, they were talking, whatever. My lawyer had the conversation with him, and they said, okay. So a few minutes later, they were still trying with the scare tactic. And I'm just like, okay, what y'all gonna do? Y'all already talked to my lawyer. Am I arrested or what? Because I said, you can't prove that I said anything to this lady. I said, we had one conversation, and it wasn't about me having her knocked off or doing anything. People always, And so they said, well, we're going to let you go this time.
Wow.
But it's not going to end here or something like that. So I said, okay. So after that, talked to my lawyer. Yeah, it was bad for a minute. They kept, tapping in, like watching, saying that I would, going back and forth with my lawyer. And yeah, like, why would, my whole thing is, Tammy, you don't even know me. Why would you want to take me away from my family? Who does that? I already served time. Who the fuck I'm a woman with kids, a mama, a daddy. I've already disappointed them, and I wasn't going to do anything else to disappoint them to go back to prison. What could have I done to even make you want to see me locked back up?
Mm.
What could a person do? I can't even see hurting anybody like that. Why would you do that?
Fact.
You know, like, just because you got the power to do it, because this is your game. But I didn't know who she was. I still didn't know who she was. I had my lawyer looking for. I had my cyber friends looking for. They had erased her completely off the map.
Wow.
Completely didn't know nothing about it. Asking people, go to Atlanta, do y'all know this person? Nobody knew her. Found out she'd been an informant since 2009 or something like that. 2009. But when I first seen her, I was watching, you know, on IG. I was on social media, and it was the BMF premiere. Premiere in Atlanta. I knew somebody as I was watching somebody's live. I seen her standing next to Terry's mother, and it automatically hit me. I told the person that was doing the live, I said, could you walk up and ask that, you know, or find out. I did say, walk up and find that girl. What's her name? But I did know she became the executive producer of the show. And that was another reason. She was telling stars that so many bad things about me. Don't have her involved. She's going to do this and all of that. Was trying to just get me out the way. Like, out the way. And so when my friend walked up and found out who she was, I said, that's that bitch. I had never seen her before. She had to come out of hiding for the series. She wanted to be seen then, you know. But yeah, this is a true story. That's what happened. And that's what they said to me. So anybody want to ask, I do a lie detector test, anything they want. I know what happened to me. I know I went down to the DA office, and I know what they told me.
Got you. Now, not only is she executive producer of the show, she owned Meech rights, right? Life rights, correct?
Because while they were being in prison, even with me, if somebody in prison, they want to do their stories, they can't gain monetarily. So they have to give their rights to someone to, you know, so they can talk about the show, just get, you know. So that's how he had to do it. So he gave them to her.
What's so crazy is she's a government informant, and in Meech being from the streets, it's like he couldn't choose a better option.
You know, I can't even tell you. That would be a question for him. I don't know. You know, I don't know at what point he found out. I know I told the world back then. I told all of them. So I don't know, because I was like, you know, I need help. You know, I don't want to go back to prison. These people back on my head. Can y'all get this bitch off of me? Like, I don't even know her. You know, they telling me I can't even leave the city of you know, I can't leave Los Angeles. I can't go back to Detroit to see my family because, you know, this investigation was going on.
Dang.
And so I'm asking them, you know, can y'all find out what's going on? Like, why is she doing this? You know, I let her slide with the first interview. She did an interview, I think it was with one of the, like, the Source magazine, talking about me. You ain't never met me. You never seen me. I mean, you just seen me. Why am I such a fucked up, a thorn in your soul? You know, you gonna get your bag. I'm not stopping you. You make money doing what you do. I just see it's a heartless, cold-blooded person, and I don't know why he's still. You know, I can't answer that.
Yeah,
you know?
I got you.
I can't.
M.Reck TV.